What's up, my friends? It is Danny Gallows, of course, and welcome back to vlog number 30. Yeah, this is the 30th vlog, I believe, as long as my count isn't off. Sometimes I'm off on my vlog count, sometimes I can't keep track, but I believe this is number 30, so yeah, a little bit of a celebration there. You know, it's been 30 vlogs so far. I mean, I know I have a couple more videos of that on my channel, like some adventure videos, but yeah, this is my 30th vlog, so I'll be coming out to my 50th pretty soon, and then my 100th after that, and I'll probably do something for my 100th subscriber. I'll probably do like my first Q&A for my 100th subscriber celebration. And that's exciting, you know what I'm saying? I love doing these vlogs. It's been really good for me to come on and do kind of like daily, you know, diaries, just, you know, vlogs. And it's been great sharing stories and just kind of whatever I'm thinking about that day, you know, just coming down and turning on the camera and just, you know, putting it out there, you know, on YouTube, and maybe that will, you know, that message will, you know, speak to some people, you know, and it'll spark ideas or even creativity or conversations and stuff like that. So I really enjoy having this channel, and hopefully you guys will keep sharing these videos and keep telling your friends, and I can get some more subscribers and some more support, and we can really start to build this channel, because you know, there's a lot I have to say, and I love coming on here and saying it, and I hope to build, you know, a community on this channel of like-minded people, definitely. But here's something I was thinking about today, which I actually haven't thought about in a long time. I used to think about it quite a lot back in the day, especially when I was listening to a band called Foreign Objects, who put out a CD called New Numbers and Colors. And I was just thinking about that today. Actually, I was having a conversation with somebody at work, and then that conversation sparked another conversation, and then that sparked this idea. You know how that sometimes kind of happens. But yeah, it's bizarre to think about, like, you know, our brain knows only, you know, certain things. I mean, what is it like, you know, there's some kind of a bizarre statistic with visible light. Something like we can only see, like, you know, like less than 1% of visible light in the universe or something like that. And it just, you know, it leads to questions like, well, then what else out there is there to see that we haven't seen? Or are there other things out there in the visible light spectrum that we just can't see because we can only see, you know, less than 1% of visible light? And I always think about things like that, you know, like if there were new numbers, right, or new colors, like how would our brains register that? If there's, like, you know, maybe zero isn't, like, you know, absolute zero, maybe there's something other than zero. But probably, you know, most bizarre of all of that, though, is thinking about something like new colors, because really, like, you know, how would you register a color? You know what I'm saying? Like a color that's not in our spectrum, that we don't know. How would our brains actually view that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how would we view a brand new color that we've never seen before? It's really weird to think about. You know, and it's also weird to think about kind of like other people. Like, do other people see the same colors that you do, or that I do? You know what I'm saying? When I say, you know, like the sky is blue, well, are people seeing the color blue? Maybe they're seeing the color purple, but they've always called it blue. But you don't know that it's wrong, because it's not wrong to them. You know, it's like, because, you know, they see the color purple, but it's purple to you. But to them, that's blue, but you would never know because you can't see it through their eyes. It's really strange to think about, like, you know, what other kind of bizarre things like that are there in our universe, and how would our brains register that? I just, you know, I think about that stuff. It's kind of like thinking about, like, you know, how the universe doesn't end and stuff like that. I know I was talking about that a couple of videos ago. It's just bizarre, you know. I love talking about that kind of stuff because our brains are kind of like biological computers, and if we were to experience new things that we didn't understand, you know, how would that make us feel, and how would our brains, how would our consciousness, you know, register that in our brains? How would we process that information? And are there things that happen on a daily basis, you know, like that we don't see and we don't experience? It's kind of like, you know, I can't remember what what specific video it was I was watching, but there was somebody was talking about, like, like the five, there's there's five senses. Human beings have the five senses, sight and smell and taste and touch and all that, hearing. And but if you were to take away one of those senses, right, all of a sudden you lose attachment to the world. You see? Like, if you were to lose your hearing, well, the loudest sound in the world could be going on, right? Or the most annoying sound in the world or something like that would be going on, right? But you don't hear it because you don't have that sense. Like, if you were sitting in a room, like a room of people, right? And you can't smell, right? And somebody just rips the biggest fart in the world, right? Everybody else in the room can smell it, right? But since you don't have that sense, since you don't have the sense of smell, you don't smell it, and you're perfectly fine, right? I know it's a bizarre kind of, something to think about, right? But think about that on, like, a larger scale, right? Like, I mean, maybe there's other senses that human beings don't have. What if there are more than five senses? We talk about the sixth sense all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if there are other senses that human beings don't have, and we're missing out on things that are going on all around us all the time just because we're missing those senses? Are there other beings in the universe out there that have, like, 8 senses or 13 senses, and they can do more with their mind? They can see more or hear more or experience more with their mind. Really, really kind of strange stuff to think about. Like, what else is out there, beyond Earth and the universe and stuff like that? Is there more to see? Or, do we have to go outside the Earth at all? Are there just cool things happening here all the time, but we just, to use that example again, we just don't have a sense of smell, and we just can't experience whatever it is that's going on around us, or see, or just kind of encounter things. So, really, really strange. Let me know what you guys think about that, by the way, in the comments section below. Do you guys ever have strange thoughts like that, where you kind of think about new things that to be introduced to our brains in the universe, and how we would register that and how we would experience that? Because I want to hear from you guys about that too. It just, crazy stuff, that I think about. But again, conversations start so many things. So many different thought processes, but I love it though, because I get to come here and share it with you guys and hopefully start conversations and everything. But something else that I wanted to share with you guys today, something else that I was thinking of on the way home that I was going to vlog about a couple of days ago, but I completely forgot about it, is I wanted to share with you guys kind of my tale of losing my information, because basically when I was on the way home today, I realized that I had erased one of my files on my MP3 player by accident, and that reminded me of what happened to me out in California in 2010 when I went back out to San Diego for the second time. And many of you guys know that I bought my laptop overseas, which is a huge mistake. You should never buy a laptop overseas. Always buy them here in the United States so that you can get them repaired by people here in the United States. Because what happened to me is that I had a foreign laptop that I bought in the Middle East, actually. And I brought it home, and all throughout my process of recording music and recording, this is where I kept all of my pictures and my videos, but most important to me, it's where I kept all of my music. I used GarageBand every day, almost daily, to record music, and I had all my music stored on there and everything, right? And I never once considered buying an external hard drive or even a thumb drive or anything to back up my information. And what ended up happening is my operating system on the computer crashed. It completely crashed, just randomly one day. I was just online one day and it just randomly crashed, and I couldn't get it back. The computer was just fried. And it was one of the most devastating moments of my life. It really was, because, any guys out there who know, who are musicians, or you guys collect pictures and stuff like that, if you don't back up your information and you lose your computer, all of your information is gone. Like, everything that you've collected over years and years and years. And for me, this was all my pictures from the Navy. You guys wonder why I don't share Navy pictures with you guys that often. Well, it's because I don't have them anymore. Like, they're gone. Like, all of the pictures pictures that I took in the Navy, I have to get them now off of other people that also happen to take the same pictures as me or who were in the same environments as me. Why? Because I kept all of those pictures in one space on my computer and it crashed and I lost everything. I lost all my pictures from the Navy, all my videos that I took while I was in the Navy. I lost all of my music that I was recording at the time, a bunch of stuff that I was keeping on file, stuff that I had recorded back at home and in San Diego, all kinds of stuff, and I lost everything. And you know, that one little instance when I realized that I accidentally erased something today, that reminded me of that. And I wanted to come on here and just really quickly tell you guys about that. You know, it's why I would normally have, I would have more music to upload and more pictures to show you guys. I mean, just like years worth of stuff to just keep making on SoundCloud and keep sharing on YouTube, but unfortunately I don't have that anymore, and it's why I don't share that stuff with you guys. But, you know, learn from my lesson. You know, learn, even though, you know, as hard it is for me to kind of like accept all that stuff, learn from my lesson, guys. You know, don't, you know, still to this day, there are a lot of people that don't go out and buy thumb drives and external hard drives and stuff like that. Guys, it's worth the money. It really is worth the money to pay $50 or, you know, $40 or something. Get yourself an external hard drive and always back up all your information, because once your information is gone, like you can't get it back. It's gone. You know what I'm saying? And so like all that stuff that you worked at for all that time is disappeared and there's no way to get it back. I mean, maybe in the future there's a way to, like, you know, hook up a device to your brain or something like that and, you know, bring all those, you know, files back. But until that technology exists, you don't have it anymore. And it's always, always worth it to spend the money to back up your files, because you can't always trust technology. And I still do that today. I always do that today. I have everything backed up now. Everything backed up. As soon as I record it or I make it or I create it, I back it up. And you guys should too, like, because you don't want to go through that process of having saved so much stuff over years and have, you know, just built all this stuff basically over years, and then just in one instance to have it just erased from your life and then you can't get it back. It is just one of the most devastating feelings that you can have, and one of the most devastating things that you can go through. So take that advice to heart, learn that lesson. So guys, I think that's going to do it for today's vlog. You know, let me know what you guys think, of course, down in the Great White Void below about all the bizarre stuff that I've talked about today, all the stories that I've shared with you guys. I believe, you know, I'm just thinking about it now. Thursday I have off, and I'm supposed to be going to Long Island tomorrow. I keep telling you guys I want to go to Long Island, but it's raining again tomorrow. I can't believe it. It's raining again tomorrow all day. It hasn't rained all this week. It's been sunny and it's been nice outside, and I've been taking I've had a couple of days off this week, and I've been taking that time to catch up on stuff that I need to do for my other channels and stuff. And now I finally have Thursday off again, and it's raining all day. So keep your fingers crossed. It might just be in the morning, and then it might taper off, and I might have some time to go over to the island. But again, you know, I only have certain windows when I can go over to the island, when the ferry goes over to the island. So there's only so much I can do. And then on Friday, you know, I'm seeing War for the Planet of the Apes, which I'll be doing a review for on my other channel. But until then, I'll be doing more vlogs and stuff. I got plenty of stuff to talk about, of course, and we'll definitely be going somewhere this weekend. I think so, because I'll need to get out of the house, you know, Saturday, Sunday, as long as it's not too humid or hot. But even then, you know, I haven't been out of the house in a long time. I gotta go somewhere. So we'll either do the island, or I'll probably just go up to a park or a trail somewhere out, somewhere. You know, hopefully something's going on. You know, it's the summertime in Portland, so maybe we'll take a walk downtown and see what's going on too. But yeah, you know, leave all your thoughts down below, of course, and I will see you guys for the next vlog. And until the next time we meet, take care, as always. I'll see you later.